$1.87. That was all the money Della had. 60 cents of it was in pennies. She saved those pennies slowly, little by arguing with the shopkeepers about prices. Her face felt hot from feeling cheap. She counted the money 3 times. $1.87. Tomorrow was Christmas Day. There was nothing to do but sit on the old couch and cry, so Della cried. Life has many tears, small cries and smiles, but mostly small cries. While Della slowly stopped crying, let us look at their home. It was a small rented flat for $8 a week. The place was poor, but not too bad to describe. Downstairs, there was a mailbox that no letters could fit into, and a doorbell that never worked. On a card it said, Mr. James Dillingham Young. The name Dillingham was added when Jim earned $30 a week. Now he earned only $20, so they thought about removing some letters to make it shorter. But when Jim came home, Della called him Jim and hugged him tightly. That was good. Della wiped her face and looked out the window. She saw a gray cat on a gray fence in a gray yard. Tomorrow was Christmas, and she had only $1.87 to buy a gift for Jim. She saved money for months to buy something special for him, something fine and good enough for Jim. There was a tall mirror between the windows. In cheap flats, mirrors are narrow. A thin person like Della could look at herself in pieces and see the whole picture. Della turned quickly to the mirror. Her eyes shone, but her face became pale. She quickly opened her hair. It fell down long and beautiful. Della and Jim had 2 things they were very proud of. One was Jim's gold watch. It belonged to his father and grandfather. The other was Della's long, beautiful hair. If the Queen of Sheba lived nearby, Della would dry her hair out the window to make the Queen's jewels look small. If King Solomon worked as the building cleaner with all his gold in the basement, Jim would show his watch often to make the king jealous. Now, Della's hair fell like a brown waterfall, shining and reaching below her knees. It looked almost like a dress. Then she quickly put it up again. Tears fell on the old red carpet. She put on her old brown coat and hat. With shining eyes, she ran out the door and down the stairs. She stopped at a shop sign, Madame Sofroni, hair goods of all kinds. She ran upstairs, breathing hard. Madame was big, white-faced and cold. Will you buy my hair? Della asked. I buy hair. Take off your hat. Let me see it. Della's hair fell down like a wave. $20, said Madame, holding the hair. Give it to me now, Della said. The next 2 hours passed quickly and happily. Della went to many shops looking for Jim's gift. At last, she found it. It was perfect for Jim and no one else. It was a platinum chain for his watch, simple, clean and beautiful, because of the metal, not fancy decorations. It was good enough for Jim's watch. She knew it right away. It cost $21. She paid and went home with 87 cents left. With this chain, Jim could check the time proudly anywhere. His watch was great, but he used an old leather strap instead of a chain. At home, Della felt calmer. She took out her curling irons, lit the gas, and fixed her short hair. Fixing hair after love and giving is a big job. In 40 minutes, her head had small, tight curls. She looked like a boy who skipped school. She looked in the mirror for a long time. If Jim does not like it, she said, he will say I look like a dancer from Coney Island. But what could I do with only $1.87? At 7 o'clock, she made coffee. The pan was hot for cooking meat. Jim was never late. Della held the chain and sat near the door. She heard his steps on the stairs. For a second, she turned white. She prayed quietly, Please God, let him think I am still pretty. Jim opened the door and came in. He looked thin and serious. He was only 22, but he had a family to care for. He needed a new coat and gloves. Jim stopped inside the door like a dog smelling a bird. He stared at Della with a strange look. It scared her. It was not anger or surprise. He just looked. Della jumped down and ran to him. Jim, my love, don't look like that. I cut and sold my hair to buy your Christmas gift. It will grow back. You won't mind, will you? Say Merry Christmas and let's be happy. You don't know what a nice gift I have for you." "You cut your hair?" Jim asked slowly, like he couldn't believe it. "Cut and sold," Della said. "Do you still like me? I'm still me without hair, right?" Jim looked around the room. "Your hair is gone," he said, sounding strange. "Don't look for it," Della said. "It's gone. It's Christmas Eve. Be kind to me. I did it for you. Maybe my hairs were numbered, but my love for you is too big to count. Shall I cook the meat, Jim?" Jim woke from his shock. He hugged Della tightly. "For a few seconds, let us look away." Jim took a package from his coat and put it on the table. "Dell," he said, "don't think I love you less because of your hair. Open this package. You will understand why I looked strange." Della opened it quickly. Inside were beautiful combs, side and back combs she loved from a shop window. They were real tortoise shell, with jewels, perfect for her long hair. They were expensive. She wanted them but never hoped to have them. Now she had them, but her hair was gone. She held them close and smiled with wet eyes. "My hair grows first, Jim," she said. Then she jumped up. "Oh, you have not seen your gift." She showed him the chain. "Isn't it beautiful? I looked everywhere. Now you can check time many times a day. Give me a watch. Let me see it." Jim sat on the couch and smiled. "Dell, let's put away our gifts for now. They are too nice to use yet. I sold my watch to buy your combs. Now, why don't you cook the meat?" The Magi were wise men who gave gifts to baby Jesus. They started the idea of Christmas gifts. Jim and Della gave up their best things for each other. They were like the wise men. In fact, they were the wisest. Of all people who give and receive gifts, they are the wisest. They are the true Magi. This story teaches that love is the greatest gift.